Good day to you. Happy Sunday, Facebook Live. Steve Maeda here. And this is a Facebook Live for my live feed. Really, as I said yesterday, is I want to do these consistently to really start melting the pot of the different people that I know, and just so many different people, whether that covers guys in, my family life, people in the jiu-jitsu world, people who are in my coaching communities, and just friends who I have that I've met throughout the years. I really get the feeling that, just being a coach and being one of the world's best coaches for men and for dating for the past 10 years and being world class at that, I've just noticed that, a lot of us aren't using each other to our advantage. So I want to talk about something that's kind of important to me today, and that's that you never have an excuse to not be your best self. All right, and what I mean by that, and this really is relevance to my family today because we had a great day. In fact, I started out the day with my call every Sunday. We have a coaching call. It's still going on now. It's pretty awesome. I mean, if you're ever a part of our groups, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them later, it's one of the greatest things you could do as a guy because it's been going on for 6 hours, and there's just a rotation of different coaches and different guys giving advice, and it's just such a great thing. And it came to the point where we were talking on that call about my family and a lot of the different things that I really appreciate from that. And with anything that is your goal, God, man, it could be whatever. It could be a hobby that you're into. It could be your business. It could be all sorts of different stuff. But for me, my family is one of my greatest achievements. And yet it's also one of the hardest things that we can do. And it's really amazing because I get this a lot from guys, and I'll be like, oh my God, it's so tough. You bitch about your spouse and you talk about all that different stuff and you go back and forth on what your problems might be with, maintaining this sort of ecosystem of a family. And anybody who's in a relationship knows this. In fact, one of the quotes from our call yesterday was from my buddy Patrick. He goes, man, if you're not fighting, you're not in a relationship. Because I had a relationship with somebody and we never fought, and it had all these great things that everybody said was awesome, but we didn't know each other. And it's so different when you have that sort of thing. And something that happens when you're in a relationship, when you build a family, and I'll tell you this, I know from experience that I've had a family, I've lost a family. When I was growing up, my family and I weren't tight, and we are now. Then I went on and lived. I started a family, screwed that all up. There were all sorts of problems with that as well. And then, I was able to stabilize my life and build up a lot of the great things that, I'm so proud of and have a lot of great value to it, So that being said, what I was thinking about, because I was just scrolling through our Facebook and we were on this call and we were talking about all this stuff. We were talking about the struggles of doing things that you want to do that are, in the pursuit of excellence or we all want to be our best. And we're going to get punched in the face. We're going to get kicked in the ass. We're going to get screwed over. We're going to be, if we're a woman, we're going to get used by a man. If we're a man, we're going to get used by a woman. We're going to get lied to in a business deal. We're going to get stolen from. We're going to lose. We're going to get cheated. We're going to lose unfairly. And all those things are going to happen, yet at the same time, we waste our time over and over telling this story of why we need to continue to be pissed, why we need to hold on to resentment, why we need to move it into contempt, why we need to, instead of just figuring out life on our own and gaining responsibility for the different things that we have, we make these excuses over and over again of why we need to mistrust other people or why business sucks, or why trusting a man or trusting a woman is wrong. And see, I've been screwed over in some big ways. In fact, this was an interesting thing. Somebody messaged me a little meme that, one of the other men's development guys was posting it. It said something about if you have kids with a woman, it's giving a woman an excuse to hold hostages over your head or some shit like that, We hear a bunch of crazy shit, right? Obviously, I don't align with those things. But I've actually had that happen to me. I've had that happen to me, and it sucks. And never would I describe my relationship with my kids or that whole scenario as anybody holding a hostage over my head, or that would even be the metaphor to it. Because you know what? Sharing life, being a father, being an adult, being a man who can have a relationship, being a man that rights his wrongs, being a man that is constantly striving to be his best does not have room to talk shit like that. You never have the excuse, no matter how bad it gets, to not be your best. And if you can't do that, because I'm only human and sometimes I can't, I'm a part of a group that holds me accountable to being my best self. Man, and that's a super, super important thing. See, we forget that. You know, we hear so much, and especially just being in the coaching world, and if you're on my, my Facebook and you're one of my friends, hopefully you know me. But, I don't buy into any of that shit. I don't buy into any of it. Who you are right now, what you are right now, represent that, put that out there. And man, strive for the best. And you know what? When I strive for the best, that doesn't mean I'm the best amongst you. That doesn't mean that I have to be better than you. That doesn't mean that I have to move into comparison. That doesn't mean that I have to dominate or any of these other ththings. No, I have to show up and I have to give it my all the time. And guess what happens when that happens? Life starts to work itself out, one of the reasons why I wanted to start sharing these Facebook Lives on my public Facebook, and to be honest, I don't like a lot of Facebook Lives because they're just such a narcissistic presentation of stuff. But hey, this is what I do. But the thing is that I wanted to do that was because we are only a sum. One of the greatest values in your life are the people that you're connected with, and that is something that I truly, truly, truly want to bring together. I have a lot of great people that I talk to within the recovery communities, the 12-step communities, within the jiu-jitsu communities, within the dating communities, and within just the guys that I know across the world and girls that I know across the world that are great people, man. We all should be talking. And the reason why we all should be talking is because, man, when you get good people together and you build a dialogue and we stop getting so into like these quick 10-second lines or little sound bites of perspective and get into the real dialogue of self, good things happen. Man, I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all you guys listening. I want to make this a consistent thing where I promote to the masses of people that I talk to out there, and mainly just because there's a great community that I've built in terms of the men's development industry, and also in terms of the dating and seduction industry, which is just awesome, man. And it's never anything to be ashamed of. Right now we have a call going on. It's been going on for 6 hours. Happens every Sunday. That it's averaged in the month of March and April over 20 hours each week, where guys just rotate on and talk to different coaches. And there's usually an average about like 6 to 10 different guys on there at once, just interacting with some of the world's best coaches. You can find out more about that if you go to austinmensdevelopment.com/membership. That's really for men. I know if you're a woman and you're looking for this stuff, I don't have products for you, but that's just because I'm bad at doing that. But I'm sure there's great women coaches out there too and all that sort of stuff. And if not, if you have something that you'd like to request, man, pop a comment down below. If you're watching this on YouTube or on some other venue, follow me on Facebook. I stopped accepting friend requests from people that I don't know because I have too many friends that I don't know, and I don't really believe in that. If we don't know each other face to face, if you're not one of my clients, then it's kind of like, man, there's just so much weird spam out there of whoever's out there. In any case, guys, let's finish this off with something very, very strong, is that in life you're going to be challenged. In life you're going to be screwed. In life you're going to be fucked in all sorts of different ways. In life, you're not supposed to have it your way. Why? Because life is bigger than you. Nature is bigger than you. It's the truth. It's the system that we all live in. We don't control it. Sure, we can build a house. Sure, we can cut down a tree. Sure, we can change our perspective. Sure, we can choose our friends. But man, there is so much that is going to be in your life that is not in your control. And if you do not learn to take a punch in the face, being knocked down, being handicapped in multiple ways without suiting up and showing up and saying, you know what? No matter how hard it is, I'm going to be my best right now, then man, what do you deserve? You've just built a house of unhappiness, and I want that to stop happening. All right. No reason for us to not be a community and achieve and strive the greater things that we want in life, so let's do that together. Listen to the Austin Men's Development Podcast, The Daily Awesome, and if you're into dating and seduction, you can listen to the TSL Podcast. I'll share links down below, and if you'd like to be a part of our membership and our different coaching, we put in a lot to it. There will be links down below in that. In any case, I appreciate you guys. I love doing what I do. Hopefully that shows, and it is only possible when I interact with you. So let's do that. All right? Talk to you guys soon. Later. Happy Sunday.